So today, we will be discussing some myths and truths regarding children's nutrition. So why don't we discuss these myths and truths right now with our fellow nutritionists and fellow Amway parents. Myth number 1. Kids will grow out of being picky eaters. So, no need to worry. Okay, wonderful. Wow, we'll see Joyce is done, Kak Ain is done. Disagree, 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 disagree. All our Amway parents disagree. That's interesting. I wonder what you think about this as well, for those of you parents watching in. Why don't let's hear from our first Amway parent. Joyce, please share with us why you disagree.
Yes, I disagree. Because I have 2 extremely stubborn picky eaters at home. Alright, my boy, as he grow older, he is less picky, but he still picks his fruits and vegetables. So my girl is even worse. Alright, she is really picky with the food. Alright, to the point that they don't try new food. It's very hard to get them to try new food.
Right.
So this is where supplementation comes into play. It's quite important to supplement since they are not getting it from the food. The important is because of, if not, it will have an issue in the future. So I disagree that they will grow out of being a picky eater.
I see. So your daughter being picky, jaga badan lah, is it?
I think so lah. She is slimmer than the brother lah.
Okay, jaga badan like the mommy. Wow. Okay, so right now let's hear from our nutritionist. Sue, what are your thoughts?
Thank you, Joyce. I believe a lot of parents out there are having the same issues. Because I myself is a dietitian, sometimes my kid can be very fussy in eating too. As parents, we always worried about what our kids eat. And most kids are picky eaters. This is part of their development. They do outgrow this in time if we manage it properly. Yes, there are a lot of kids do not like to eat fruits and vegetables, especially vegetables, because fruits give them the sweetness, right? So because sometimes when I prepare the food for my kids like broccoli, when I put the broccoli in front of my baby, and then she will say, "Mommy, yuck, I don't like to eat." Right, so this is very common because picky eater is like, when you throw a stone to every parent, they will say, "Oh, I have the same concerns." Yeah, so maybe you can share about your kids.
Same with Joyce. I have 2 kids, 1 boy and 1 girl. My boy loves meat. My girl loves vegetables. They are totally different.
Wow.
Wait. I want to send my girl to your house and make friends with your daughter.
Okay, no problem. So what happens is whenever there's any meat, my boy will love it. And when I serve him any vegetables, no. So some people may see that, hey, your boy is a little bit chubby. So I believe definitely enough nutrition, but actually it's not. Because we know that he may be a little bit chubby, but still lack of nutrients that is required.
Same like my boy. Same. My boy also can go to your house.
Yeah.
They need to mix a bit more.
Yeah, I think
mix a bit more.
mix
So
a
the
bit
good
more.
habits will rub off each other.
Yes.
Yep.
Right. Okay, what about Jing? What are your thoughts on that?
Yes, we need to make sure their diet is balanced and variety. For example, certain young kids that just like to eat white rice and chicken only. They probably only eat chicken, get the proteins, and rice, get the carbohydrates, but lack of vitamins and minerals from fruits and vegetables. Even with fruits and vegetables, we also need to make sure that they are getting a variety of fruits and vegetables with different colors.
Yeah.
For example, we always mention 5 colors a day, right? Because each of the colors will give us different benefits. If we did not manage the picky eaters properly, this will link to incomplete nutrition, which will cause some health problems such as low immunity level, poor digestive health, impaired growth and development, and so on.
I see. So after hearing from you, I think just now the idea about getting your kids to mix with each other is beginning to sound more like a fantastic idea, isn't it?
Correct. It's a good idea.
Okay, before we go to our second myth, let's hear from one more parent. Let's hear from Kak Sham, our veteran mom.
Veteran mom.
Can I send my son to your house since you have a daughter? And since Joyce is sending her daughter,
He's your son.
oh, still got chance one.
committed mother. Committed to the
I
future.
agree with what Ching said because my son at one time always want to take just white rice, but he's also fussy with fruits and vegetables. So as a mother, as a parent, I just want him to get the right nutrients so he grows up strong and healthy.
Right. So basically, your children are a little bit older, but even at that older age, they are still picky.
Because it starts young.
Right, right.
Yes, Shamini, you made me remember that at one point of time, my kids do like to eat white rice, but now she can accept a varieties of food. If you still remember what I shared just now, kids do outgrow this in time if we manage it properly, because picky eating is part of their development. But of course, we need to make sure their weight and height are within the normal range. It is normal for children to against a food when they are first exposed to it. Do not give up and just keep trying, even if they reject new food at first, especially vegetables. It may take multiple attempts and it can take as many as 10 or more times for the kids to accept it. However, do not pressure them, just keep them enjoy the food. Right, just to be patient, and as well for the parents out there, be patient to your kids because we love our kids.
Myth number 2. My children are taking a daily multivitamin, so they're getting all the nutrients, right? I wonder what our guests think. Do they agree or disagree? Let's see. Kak Ain is the first one. Kak Ain agrees. Joyce disagrees. Ooh, Tang has written a big no over there. Kak Cham also disagrees. So looks like Kak Ain is the only one that agrees with that statement. Kak Ain, why don't you tell us why you have a different opinion from the rest of our guests here?
Because I believe in providing the kids with a supplement due to many factors. For example, their daily meals may not fill up their body nutrition needs. And honestly, also not good to read the gaps. Yeah, kids' body size do not reflect whether there's sufficient of nutrition. It may be due to genetics or other factors. Yeah? But anyway, I'm not an expert in nutrition.
Kind.
Yeah.
I disagree, of course, to a certain extent.
Okay.
I have 2 kids. I provide them with multivitamins. But when I provide them with multivitamins, and if they rely only on multivitamins, then they lost the interest, or they don't enjoy the food. But another way, if I only provide them with food, then they may not have sufficient nutrients from food. Because as parents, sometimes when we go out, we eat something good, rewarding, but may not be nutrition friendly. So I want to have a balance of food and nutrition. So I disagree to a certain extent.
Yes, Tang, multivitamins provide some of the vitamins and nutrients a child needs for good health. However, multivitamins are intended to supplement a balanced diet, not substitute a healthy diet. A healthy, balanced diet with a variety of food groups is still required and important for kids on their proper growth and developments. Children and adults too need different nutrients found in fruits and vegetables, healthy protein source, and also complex carbohydrates. But certain nutrients such as vitamin C is easily found in fruits and vegetables, but not in significant amounts. Hence, this is where multivitamins comes in, as it is very important to enhance optimal nutrition support for growing kids.
Yes, Ching. Multivitamins essential for the kids to fill the nutritional gaps. But do remember, we still encourage them to eat a variety of food. As a parent, we can also consider adding some of the nutritional supplements based on the children's needs, like the calcium or DHA. Different nutrients are required for some specific health. As a parent, we want to strengthen kids' immunity. We can provide them vitamin C and also consider some of the important nutrients to boost up the immunity, like the probiotic and zinc. As a wrap up, supplement like multivitamins is important, but at the same time, we need to offer our kids a variety of food too. Make sure them get the nutrients from different food groups.
Now I know the importance of multivitamins. And also, we need to provide varieties of fruits and vegetables to my kids.
Alright.
So
enjoy
again-
food and enjoy life, then fill the gap with supplement.
Okay.
You want to change your answer now? Okay, now let's go to myth number 3. Myth number 3. Is snacking unhealthy? I wonder what they think this time. Okay, so we have our first responses. Kang Ain again. Disagree? Agree? Not really. Okay, we'll come back. We'll come to that. Disagree. Okay, so we got 2 disagree, 1 agree, and 1 not really, or maybe he's just confused. Right. So why don't we hear from Joyce first? Joyce, please.
Sure. I think it depends on what kind of snacking, whether
Okay.
it's the healthier version or the unhealthier version. So I make reference more to the unhealthier version. That's why I say agree. It's
Right.
because if we don't have moderation, or especially with kids, if we don't really put some sort of control or enforcement, they may overeat. Right, they may snack on the unhealthy snacks. So some of the kids may end up having the unhealthy snack as the main meal. So to that point, that's why I said agree.
So that's why you say agree.
Yes.
Well, thank you, Joyce. I think your response makes sense. So, Sue, as our nutritionist, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean what Joyce said just now is kind of correct, because I would say it depends on what kind of snack they are having. Snacking is when you consume food or beverages between your regular main meals. Healthy snacking is good because it keeps us from overeating on the next meal, like dinner for example. However, the problem for the kids nowadays is that they like to go for some processed food, like the potato chips, chocolate, which are usually high in sugar, high calories, and low nutrition profile, right? So this will eventually lead to some health concerns like the weight gain, and that's why childhood obesity is one of the serious health concerns nowadays. So as a parent, be aware of the sugar content, the calories intake, and always go for the one with the high nutrients content. So snacking can be good if you offer the right amount and healthy food. When we do a meal planning, always remember 3 main things: moderate, variety, and balance. Right?
Okay, very interesting thoughts. I'd like to hear right now from Shamini. Shamini, your kids, how are they like?
Snacks
Yeah,
and
about
my
snacks.
son,
Yeah.
the inseparable two.
So your son is married to snacks.
Yes, and I can't remember a day my house didn't have snacks.
I'd like to visit your house sometime soon.
Chocolates, chips,
Wow.
sweets.
Wow, okay.
That's the 3 I remember. There's a lot more behind the scene.
Not only Deepawali, every day.
Yes.
Every day Deepavali.
So I do understand snacking is essential for him sometimes. So what I do sometimes is I try to mix and match. I try to put in some fruits and nuts and shift around some alternatives. So at least he's still happy to snack, and I'm happy that he's healthily snacking.
So
That's my tip.
Would you say that his snacking habits are more on the healthy side? Is that why you disagree with the statement?
Yes, because I've managed to get him to eat some healthy snacks.
So you've actually telling us now this concept about healthy snacking.
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting.
Tak jadi datang lah.
Now I need to send my kids to your
No problem. No problem. Anytime.
So your healthy snacks is like cucumber, broccoli.
No. Actually, my healthy snacks is I have lots of nuts because my son likes nuts and he likes more of fruits. And sometimes even biscuits and all, I will choose like without the cream and things like that.
Okay. Okay.
Because he needs energy, and boys are always hungry.
Right.
So
he makes his own snacking choices,
yeah,
or you make
sometimes
the choices for him?
I go out with him and we have a deal.
Oh, a deal.
Like,
Okay.
I give you a choice. There are certain days, I have to be honest, it's a cheat day.
Okay.
So now the biscuit, you choose this or this. Because among the 2 healthy choices, you'll definitely like one.
You heard, right?
Good
This
tip,
mom
good tip.
so clever. I let you choose snack A or snack B. Both also healthy. Now let's hear from our next nutritionist. Let's hear from Ching.
Yes, agree with Shamini. Snacks should not be given a packet of potato chips, sweets, or chocolate. Instead, a lot of healthy options out there. Just like smoothie with just fruits and veggie would be a better choice, and this is a better snacking idea for kids that can benefit them by fulfilling the nutritional gap and at the same time can satisfy their cravings.
Wow, I didn't know that even a smoothie can be considered a snack.
Yes,
Sounds good.
Healthy smoothie.
With fruits,
With fruits.
Oh, right.
So
okay.
Chu Yao, sorry, can I say Chu Yao?
Yeah, my name is Chu Yao.
So at least I passed in their list for once.
Well done, Kak Shamini. Okay, myth number 4. Children can just eat more fruits to compensate for the lack of vegetables in their diet. Let's see what they think. But I think I know this one. Joyce and Kak Sham already disagree. Okay, Kak Ain pun semua pun disagree. Tak setuju. Okay, I want to hear from Mr. Tak setuju. Tang,
Tak setuju, definitely.
kenapa?
Kenapa? First, fruits provide us with vitamins.
Vitamins,
Vegetables provide us with minerals.
minerals.
In order to have a balance of vitamins and minerals, we need fruits and vegetables. So that's why tak boleh ganti-ganti lah. We cannot mix and match. Sorry, we can mix and match. We cannot
Ganti
compensate. And at my home, my boy love fruits because of the
Okay.
natural sweetness.
Okay.
He don't like vegetables. The bitterness of the vegetable, he said, "Wah." So as a parent, as a nutritionist, I also want to encourage him to eat more vegetables, and sometimes I have to force him to do that.
Force him.
Yeah, and then you can see the black face. And then, so that's the challenge. We know it's good, but how to encourage them to eat more, that is the challenge.
You take the vegetable, stuff it inside the fruit and give him.
Good idea?
Okay, what about Kak Ain?
Yeah, definitely not lah. Both are required to our human body. Yeah, especially for kids, they are growing up and go to school. They require all multivitamins from both. Yeah, but the issue now here, how we can influence them to taking both.
Pening tu.
So it's about issue now,
Yes.
Issue semasa. And the issue semasa is about influence.
Correct.
Okay, let's go over to our nutritionist, Sue. Maybe you can add on some of your comments, please.
Yeah, I think most of the kids will love to eat fruits. I believe most of the parents out there will feel the same, right? Yeah, because for my kids, except the durian, because my kids do not like the durian because the durian do not provide the sweetness taste, you see.
Oh my.
Okay, so sometimes when we offer the food for our kids, we can tell them a story. Okay, so we can for example, what Shamini shared just now, we can tell them a story, the benefits of the single fruit, like this is good for you, this is to make you grow stronger. And another tip is that we can get them involved in the kitchen. They can be a little chef.
Good idea.
Yeah. So what I usually do at home is that I will get my daughter to open the fridge and ask them, so today you want to eat the broccoli or carrot? You want to eat the lemon or you want to eat the apple? So just let them to choose. And then they definitely will choose either one.
Right.
Okay, so some of parents out there, you can practice it at home and it's really work because they have no choice. They have to choose A or B. Okay, so this is another tip for all of you. Okay?
Next play date, Sue's house.
So just now you mentioned about getting them involved in the food preparation, right?
Yes.
And then I heard a lot of coming from this side.
Correct.
Have you tried some of these techniques?
Yes.
Yes?
I have done that
It
with my
works?
son. Yes, to a certain extent it does.
Okay.
Of course, sometimes he will mess up the place being a small boy, but we have fun together, and eventually we have a story like Sue said, and then we create a story. And she's right, if you just have that and you create a story and have fun, he will definitely eat some of it.
Okay. Okay.
I think as long as we don't mind if the kitchen get messy, then
Yeah,
it
that's
will
the
be
thing.
good, right?
That's the thing.
I think we rather they eat healthy
Yes.
than worry about messy kitchen,
Yes.
right? Because I know my wife does that sometimes.
Yes.
The kids get involved in making the pizza,
Yes,
they make
yes,
smiley
but
face,
yes.
and then suddenly, they finish everything.
They feel an achievement, and to me, I'm happy because I have a bond time with him.
Yeah. Okay, now let's hear from Chi Ying, our next nutritionist.
Okay, as a summary, parents, please take note. What does
Take note,
a kid of 3
Hey,
years old
yes,
and above
Michelle?
need every day?
Ooh, every day, okay.
This includes
Water.
number 1, 2 servings of fruits and 3 servings of vegetables. Secondly, a balanced diet is made up of foods from the 5 food groups: carbohydrates, fruits and vegetables, protein, dairy, and healthy fats. Remember, 3 main meals with 1 to 2 nutritious snacks. Of course, complete nutrition with supplements for balanced diet.
And also clean water.
Yes, you are right. Is spring water.
Can I just add to that? Yeah, because I work in Amway as a nutrition category manager, so I agree with what the nutritionists are saying, and it is indeed very challenging for children to consume all food groups, especially from fruits
Yep.
and vegetable. Right? I have 2 kids myself, so I know. Right?
Can you imagine? Mine, 5.
Are you? Hashtag pengsan. Okay. I salute you. Okay. So, but do you guys know that 4 out of 5 children between age 1 and 6 years old in Malaysia do not consume fruits and vegetables? 4 out of 5, that's a lot.
So, Joy,
And
my son from tomorrow eats more vegetables.
good luck to him. And in Singapore itself, only 25% of this age group actually meet the minimum requirement of fruits and vegetable intake. So it's not high, it's very low, right? And while from other studies, we also know that we see kids between 2 to 11 years old are usually picky eaters, right? And that's in Malaysia. And in Singapore, 1 out of 2 are picky eaters. So selamat lah, anak I, picky eaters are no excuse. Okay, so to ensure that our kids, right, are getting the complete nutrition from the diet and body, that cannot provide, right, when the food and the fruits and vegetables cannot give you the nutrient, that's where the supplements come in. So nutritional supplement comes in as a gap filler, not medicine, not magic pill, it comes in as a gap filler. So based on the Euromonitor data also, we see that, some people will say, hey, why need to buy kids nutrition, right? So based on the Euromonitor data, we see that the upward trend for the demand of children nutritional supplements, both in Malaysia and Singapore, right, is going uptrend. All right,
Is it
not
because
going
of the
down.
awareness of parents to getting them more?
You are right. So we know that parents nowadays are more, well equipped, right? Not like parents dulu don't know anything, ikut je kan. But parents nowadays, they akan survey, especially from baby to kids. They will go and survey. They go and find out, what is good for my kid, natural or not. And with all the available online platform right now, it's just fingertips. You
Ask
can just
Mr. Google.
ask Mr. Google, ask YouTube, whatever. Search, compare. Done.
Yeah,
Then you
correct.
have the readily information for you to make a decision on your own. So then that's where people will ask, so many choices in the market. How should I choose? Where should I
The
go?
next question.
Yeah, it's like how, that's why you see in Facebook there's parents group, baby group, you ask for advice. So I think some of the tips that we can give is that, when you are looking for a supplement for your kids, always look for something that is clean, right? It's safe and effective. We want it to work, right? Otherwise, you pay for nothing. And of course, according to your own budget, your comfort level. That's to the parents. But to the kids, what is most important? It has to be taste friendly. And the format
That's the number
must
one.
easy.
Yeah.
Don't ask me, big tablet,
Correct,
gummy ke, liquid, powder. Okay.
Kids being kids, I think we cannot run away from this.
Yeah.
They judge everything by the taste buds.
Yes, the taste.
Correct. So just like to give some sharing.
Thank you for that.
Thank you, Joyce.
Thank you so much, Joyce. I think that was really helpful.
Yes.
Yes, I agree with what Joy shared just now. And to add on as well, our body cannot naturally produce all the necessary vitamins and minerals. And this is very important to ensure that our kids get these important building blocks in their diet. But most of the time, the kids do not meet the nutrients requirements and cause the nutritional gaps. With that, nutritional supplements are important to fill the gap and help to support children's growth and development.
Do remember, we have a range of Nutrilite Kids supplements to support children's health. There are multivitamins and iron chewable tablets, chewable calcium magnesium tablets, chewable natural C, and kids' favorite gummy with DHA, which is just launched in January this year.
Oh, everything also chewable now. I feel like chewing.
There, here, 就要 chew.
Can I take home one of those? Okay, thank you so much. Now, we have just one more myth to discuss. Myth number 5. Children are more likely to fall sick the more time that they spend outside. Let's see what they have to say. Okay, let's have a look. Kak Ain agrees, Joyce agrees, Tang also setuju, and Kak Shamini, you're the only one who disagrees. Interesting.
Because his son eat fruits and vegetables.
Okay, maybe that's why. All right,
Actually, agree or disagree, I have my response later.
we will reserve airtime for you.
So should I change it to agree now?
Okay, before you decide what you're going to do with your response, let's hear from Tang first.
Okay.
Why setuju?
My 2 kids, one at 5 years old, one at 7 years old. During MCO time, when we are all grounded, staying at home, not going out anywhere, I can see that their health status or situations is actually good. They don't fall sick easily. One thing is because I believe at home, we provide an environment, place that is very good and healthy for them. And of course, their immune system. But once they go out, once they eat out without sufficient nutrients and supplements, and when they expose outside, that's where the viruses or the bacteria, they get with each other lah. So I can say that for my kids who is staying out, they can easily get sick.
So basically what you're saying is that when they stay outdoors, they get exposed to more of these viruses and germs and all these things. So that's why you agree, higher chance of falling sick.
Ya, betul Tang. Anak I masuk sekolah 2 hari dah MC balik dah.
2 hari MC, betul ke?
2 hari masuk, terus MC.
Oh,
2 hari masuk, 2 hari MC. 2 hari masuk, 2 hari MC.
Dia nak MCO lagi lah.
Okay, so let's go over to our nutritionist. Let's see what they have to say.
Yes, actually I agree to a certain point. When a child stays outdoor, they get more exposure to the bacteria and the viruses from the environment or the people around them. They are naturally more prone to infections. As parents, we also want our kids to be more adventurous and active, just like my kid. If not because of the pandemic, I wish I can bring her around, to bring her to the park, to the zoo or the sports center. Well, what we can do now is we need to help our kids to build up a good immune system with the nutrient-dense food. Certain food have the exact nutrients that we can help their immune system and to stay strong as possible. So when they are exposed to the bacteria or germs, they are ready to fight the bacteria.
Okay, so basically you agree to a certain extent.
Yeah.
So staying outdoors longer means more exposure to viruses.
As long as
and
we
things
need to
like
boost up their immune system with the good nutrition, and if possible, we also need to add on the multivitamins and the good nutrients to build up a stronger body. Yeah.
So once again, what is really key here is the immunity, boosting up the immune system with the right supplements, the right nutrients, right?
And of course, to get a varieties of food.
Variety.
Yeah,
right.
That's right.
Thanks for the reminder on that. Now, if you remember, I said we are going to reserve some airtime for our veteran mama here. Okay, Kak Shang.
Okay.
You are the only one
I'm
disagree
so
here.
happy because Sue agreed to a certain
To a certain extent.
I'm so happy. Like them, I disagree to a certain extent. Yay!
So which means you are right to a certain extent.
Veteran.
Veteran one. Okay, you can have your say. Come. Now let's hear from you.
Actually, I never think so much about it until this pandemic. Because you see, normal life before the pandemic, it's not my son is all the time at home. He goes out, children need to play. It's only after the pandemic and with all this change that he stays a lot at home.
Right.
So at home, I'm fine. I take care of his immunity. I do whatever I need to do. Ask him to take care of his hygiene, stay safe. If you fall sick, bring him to the doctor because he goes to the babysitter and babysitter is taking care of other kids. So that's fine as long as he's at home. So the immunity is a daily thing. That's why I'm very happy at least he eats some fruits because there's some vitamins there, C there to boost up his immunity. But what I also realized that I cannot hold my son all the time at home. I need to bring him out. Now he's back to school. So if the immunity at home is strong, outside the chances of him falling sick will be less. That's why I agree and disagree.
So I guess after hearing from both our parents as well as our nutritionists, I guess it's generally true. That's why they largely agree that prolonged exposure outside could lead to falling sick more often. But that doesn't mean that we have to curb our lifestyle. The important thing, the very key thing here, it still comes back to immunity, right? So what can we do and what can Amway help you do to boost up the immunity of your children? So right now, let's hear some final comments from Chi Ying to help us wrap it all up.
Okay, thank you, Chuya. Yes, like what mentioned by Shamini just now. As parents, what you can do the best is to get your kids the good nutrients needed to strengthen immune system besides just taking care of their personal hygiene. Ensure a complete and balanced diet for your kids to get those immune boosting nutrients like vitamin C, zinc and probiotics, or consider other food groups or food sources or supplements to fill in the nutritional gap. As we all know, vitamin C is an antioxidant that is essential to protect our body cell from free radicals damage. And zinc is important for wound healing, cell growth, and immune function. And probiotics intake is very important for your kids as a good bacteria that benefits gut health will further improve the immunity. As 70% of the immune system is housed in the gut.
Wow.
So ensure your kids have the complete immunity support all the time, especially when they are staying outside or started going back to daycare or school.
Good point.
Wow, great advice from Chi Ying. Thank you so much. So, wrapping up this segment, so we've learned that after discussing all the 5 myths or whether you agree or disagree, the key is about the immunity, about supplementing your nutritional gaps with the right supplements. We've heard about vitamin C, zinc, gut health, probiotics. Wow, I think something exciting is coming up really soon. And I'm very excited to show you what this is all about.